Stage 2 of Paris-Nice started in predictably rainy weather. A day on the way to Bellegarde. Tim Merlier in the yellow jersey, Julien Alaphilippe delighting the crowd, and the riders leaving the outskirts of Paris and heading south. This stage had been designed for if the wind had been blowing. 183.9 kilometres over exposed terrain and a finishing circuit before ending in Bellegarde. Just 2 early classified climbs and those bonus seconds late on, maybe to put a spanner in the works. If not, they'd certainly provide an opportunity for those looking to take advantage in the GC. Looking to take advantage in the King of the Mountains competition was Alexandre Dolet. For the second day in succession, he was out and away in the breakaway, this time with Fernandez and Jonas Abramson. He took a maximum 6 points, but with 62 Ks to go, it looked as though the breaks gap would disappear. Fernandez retaken, Delettre as well, but Jonas Abramson pushing on with 45 kilometres still to the line. His gap was just over 52nd when there was a nasty crash. Le Roux going down, several riders with him. Worse off, I'm afraid, was Florian Sénéchal. He had to abandon the race. Jesper Askren was already a non-starter through illness, and Danny van Poppel, sick as well, had failed to finish. Big riders were dropping out in Paris-Nice. Tim Merlier and others had been caught up behind the crash but would get back in. But by the time they got back, the gap was pushing well above a minute. A minute and a half with 37 kilometres remaining for Abramson, who would have been starting to dream. It took others a little longer to get back, including Arnaud Démare. 25 Ks to go. And an opportunity to have a look at the long straight line into the finish that they'd be taking on once they were back along in the circuit. Bonus seconds were won by both Mick van Dijken and Matteo Jorgensen, second day in succession that the defending champion had taken seconds. 2 going his way this time. He moved up closer to the GC lead occupied by Tim Merlier. Into the final 5.5 kilometres. Another crash behind on the way in. That took a while to get back, but once it did come back, they brought the break back. 2.5 Ks to go and he was back. And then it was time for the sprint. Another opportunity for those to test themselves against Merlier after 4 hours, 10 minutes of racing. Merlier's lead-out man started the party. Bert van Leerberger making a space for the yellow jersey, who this time was sitting on the wheel of Mads Pedersen. Others were in the mix too. Hugo Page in the white was there or thereabouts. He would end up relegated though after a move in the sprint. Zengler started the fun. He would be the first to have a go, but then he'd be swallowed up by the chasing pack. Merlier making his move through the centre. Genier trying to follow him and following him well for a while, but nobody could live with Tim Merlier. 2 out of 2. A yellow jersey very much securely on his back. That's 2 stage wins at each of the 3 stage races he's been at so far this year. And Tim Merlier in charge of Paris-Nice. Genier was second. Page had been third but was relegated. That meant that Mads Pedersen would end the day on the podium. Also up there, the likes of Christophe, Kielik, Zingler, Démare, Govekar and Jakobsen. And the bonus seconds adding to Tim Merlier's lead in the general classification. Winning in the Paris-Nice yellow jersey for the first time, Tim Merlier. Last time he had the jersey, he'd not won in yellow. And it's a 14-second lead going into the team time trial. Démare in second place. He again will look after the green jersey. Team time trial on a Formula 1 circuit and then ending in Nevers. 28.4 kilometres from start to finish. And the new rules where the times are taken individually. You can watch it live on TNT Sports.